King Charles III and Prince William on edge. Many know about the divorce. Recently, an episode that foreshadowed the definitive breakup between King Charles and Diana of Wales has resurfaced. In 1991, Prince William, just 8 years old, suffered a serious accident at his boarding school that tested not only the young boy's health but also the strength of the royal marriage. This incident marked a turning point, exposing the hidden tensions and lack of harmony between the Prince and Princess of Wales. While William was playing in his school's yard, an unexpected blow from a golf club caused a skull fracture that required urgent surgery. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Diana quickly went to the hospital to be by her son's side, but Charles made a decision that surprised and shocked many. Instead of staying with his family, the prince left the hospital to attend an opera performance in London, prioritizing his official commitments over his son. This gesture showed, to Diana and to the public, the emotional distance that existed in the couple. While she waited anxiously in the hospital, Charles kept his distance, communicating only by phone with the doctors. The British press quickly criticized this attitude harshly, and headlines like "What kind of father are you?" spread throughout the country, reflecting the public's disapproval of the prince. For Diana, this experience only confirmed her fears about Charles's inability to take on a loving and committed paternal role. The lack of support from her husband during one of the most difficult moments reinforced her feeling of loneliness within the marriage. According to biographer Andrew Morton, the relationship between the two had entered an irreparable stage, where the lack of empathy and understanding was constant. After 2 nights, William was discharged and was able to return home with his mother, who had become his main support. However, the distance and estrangement between Charles and Diana had deepened to an almost irreversible point. Meanwhile, Prince Charles blamed Diana for exaggerating the seriousness of the accident and denied having understood the real risk to his son. This episode became a symbol of the definitive breakup that would be finalized shortly after. In 1992, Prime Minister John Major publicly announced the official separation of the Prince and Princess of Wales. Meanwhile, William carries with him not only the physical scar. He also bears the indelible mark of a broken marriage that forever marked the history of the British royal family. That chapter left an indelible mark not only on the royal family but also on the public's perception of the commitment and humanity behind the crown. The story of William and his complicated childhood continues to resonate as a reminder of the personal difficulties faced by those born under constant scrutiny. Currently, that episode remains a symbol of the fragility of royal relationships. Also of how private wounds can transcend the personal to affect an entire nation. King Charles gets the keys to the castle in Lancaster and keeps up the pace amid cancer treatment. King Charles arrived at Lancaster Castle on June 9 to take part in a historic ceremony as he prepares to lead the family at the Trooping the Colour Parade on June 14. The monarch, 76, was warmly welcomed by school children, well-wishers and a military band serenade as he arrived for a day packed with official engagements in northwest England. At the historic castle, Charles took part in the ceremony of the keys, a tradition dating back to 1851 under Queen Victoria. Notably, in 2015, his late mother, Queen Elizabeth, was presented with the keys in a similar ceremony at the site. The king has been keeping an active timetable of duties despite his ongoing cancer treatment. The visit comes amid a period for the royal family. On June 14, Charles will lead the family at the annual Trooping the Colour Parade. The monarch will ride in a carriage, rather than on horseback, for the second year in a row, Buckingham Palace confirmed to People. Senior royals will also gather for the Order of the Garter service on June 16. The king, who completed a 2-day visit to Canada with Camilla in late May, is undergoing regular cancer treatment that is enabling him to continue with his duties. After the end of that visit, in which he opened the Canadian Parliament, aides said, "The thing you learn about this illness is that you just manage it, and that's what he does. Medical science has made incredible advances, and I genuinely see no difference in him," the aide added at the time. "As long as you just do what the doctors say, just live your life as normal as possible. That's exactly what he is doing." Monday's visit is part of celebrations honoring the county that gives its name to the Duchy of Lancaster. Since 1399, the duchy, covering over 41,000 acres across Cheshire, Lancashire, Staffordshire, southern Yorkshire, and more, has been a private estate held by the reigning monarch. It parallels the Duchy of Cornwall, which supports Prince William's work and lifestyle as heir to the throne. Inside the castle grounds, Charles met local businesses showcasing regional specialties such as farmhouse cheeses, breed-specific wool yarns supporting the British wool industry, and handcrafted furniture. Charles met businesses like and view displays showcasing their work in the region, including a farmhouse cheeses company, and an enterprise that makes breed-specific yarns that help to support the British wool industry, and a furniture maker. Later, at a reception, the king connected with volunteers and staff from across the county, including representatives from Escape to Make, an organization offering creative workshops to support young people facing life's pressures. He also spoke with members of St. John's Hospice, the Lancaster Literature Festival, and a local World War II veteran. Prince Harry and King Charles's distant relationship laid bare. Prince Harry's calls and letters have gone unanswered, and King Charles is reportedly keeping his distance from the prince. Prince Harry's calls and letters to his father have gone unanswered, and King Charles is reportedly keeping his distance to avoid being drawn into discussions about security, sources close to him believe. While Harry was in the UK, he did not meet the king before his father left on his state visit to Italy, and instead he flew to Ukraine before he arrived home. It has also been reported that Harry, who has lived in America since 2020, has not been updated about his father's current condition or prognosis regarding his cancer. A palace source told People, "I don't think there is any rapprochement." Another source also described the relationship between the king and Harry as distant. It is thought the last time Harry saw his father was when the Duke flew to the UK as soon as the king's cancer announcement was made public, and had a short meeting with his father before they went their separate ways. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.